Has your infinite flight been crashing recently? Well, I'm here to tell you why and how to fix it. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, Xentorogaming here and welcome back to another YouTube video. If we can hit 1800 subs by Friday the 17th of April, I will continue with these daily videos. I hope you guys are enjoying these daily videos because I sure am. Now let's get straight into the video without any more time to waste. Now recently I was doing a flight. I departed London Heathrow. I was going down to South Africa and everything was going fine. I left it overnight, I went to bed, my alarm woke up, I was already tired. I got up to land the plane. And I began playing around with the autopilot, so I was like, oh, descend, blah blah blah, like you normally do when you descend, you change the speed and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, the Infinite Flight app just closed. Now, the app's never done that to me before, it just closed and shut down. So I was like, okay, well, maybe it was just a rough night. So then I did it another night, I did another overnight flight. And I flew from Seoul in South Korea, going to Istanbul. And the same thing happened upon my descent. Everything was fine for the whole flight. Till I began to descend, the app just shut down and closed and I could not get back into it to continue my flight. When I reopened the app, it went back to the home page where I had to, well, basically start everything again. So this made me realise that there was evidently an issue with my Infinite Flight app. So I wondered whether it was my phone in particular, well my iPad actually, or whether it's happened to everyone. So I put something out on Instagram and I had about 8 to 20 of you replied to me, and this is across everywhere on Discord and everywhere, telling me that you guys are experiencing the same problem. So I was like, okay, well there's a bigger issue here, isn't there? So then I reached out to Infinite Flight on Instagram and I'll show you what I sent to them. So this is it. Hello, I was upon my descent from an overnight long haul and I was descending and the Infinite Flight app closed, therefore ended my flight. Are my settings incorrect or is there anything I can do to fix this? Now, this is what happened. I explained it to them and they were very helpful actually. The Infinite Flight people, their staff and Instagram are the most helpful and kind people I've probably ever met. They're really good and huge shout out to them. Now they sent me something saying, this is what they said on their reply to my message. Hey, you may be experiencing crashes due to a memory leak related to iOS 13. For more information to help, please migrate this, head to. So they sent me a link to their Infinite Flight community and I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to read, but I'm going to read through it now and take you all through the steps, step by step, on how to make sure your Infinite Flight app does not crash. So I'm going to share this on my medias and that to make sure you guys can give it a read as well, if this does not make sense. Please reach out to me on Discord if there are any issues with your Infinite Flight app, because I am more than happy to help, and if I do not have the answers, I will make sure I get you the answers as soon as I possibly can. Okay, so it says, please do read the whole thing before posting or contacting support staff. I was unaware of this before I contacted support staff on Instagram, so do not point that out. On this thread, you will find answers to common questions regarding technical issues for Infinite Flight. Please have a look and see if your question is answered here. Always be sure to have the latest version of the Infinite Flight app downloaded on your phone from the App Store, and make sure your device is up to date. So basically just make sure you've got the recently downloaded Infinite Flight version, go into App Store and press update if it needs an update. I don't know how it works for the Google Play Store, and make sure your Infinite Flight device or your mobile device is fully updated and needs no more updates. Now scrolling down the trending support items. Infinite Flight said, we are aware of a slightly increased crash rate on 19.4 with iOS. Now I'm just going to pause there and quickly say I think it's a bit more than a slightly increased crash rate. It might just be a selected few, but many people I've spoken to have had this issue. Most people with the iPhone 7 do not have this issue as far as I'm aware, but let me know if you do with the iPhone 7. Anyway, continuing. This cause of this is not 19.4 directly, so it's not the app, but a framework used together with iOS 13 that is leaking a substantial amount of memory. The less RAM your iOS device is equipped with, the greater the risk of being affected. Now more than ever, these steps quoted should be followed when attempting a longer flight, as it will greatly reduce the risks of experiencing a crash. So the issues are with the Apple update actually, the iOS 13, not Infinite Flight. There's a bit of miscommunication between the two apps actually, but I believe this is what you can do to help fix it. I'm going to try it tonight, and I really do hope it works. Okay, so general iOS tips. One great thing to do before launching Infinite Flight is to perform a soft restart of the device. This is a quick and reliable way of making sure your device is operating at peak efficiency. This is done by holding down the power/lock button until you see slide power off. Then hold down the home button until you've restarted the home screen. For iOS devices without a home button, a restart is recommended as the soft restart feature. This does not exist on those iOS devices, so just make sure you turn your phone, iPad, iPhone off, make sure it's all properly restarted. This will refresh the phone or the iPad, giving it new space in its RAM and making sure that everything is good, because those of you who have studied computer science, RAM is volatile. So basically what we're doing, we're clearing your RAM by restarting your device. Make sure you do not have low power mode switched on your iOS device. This will reduce your frame rates, this will reduce your efficiency, this will reduce everything. This is everything you don't want to do. So make sure you do not have low power mode on your iPhone. If you have the battery icon on the top right corner is yellow, this can be deactivated from your settings, battery, or from the control center, but depending on how you have it set up. Having low power mode enabled on using Infinite Flight could result in performance degradation. I definitely said that word wrong. Anyways, note this is not the same as low power mode in the Infinite Flight app. This is a device function, so I believe using the low power mode in the Infinite Flight app settings, I do not think that will have much of an effect on your Infinite Flight app crashing, but maybe keep it off if you want to fully reduce the risks. If you experience these crashes, make sure you reduce the following settings. Textual resolution must be turned onto low. Anti-aliasing must be off. Live aircraft count, go from low to none especially when on final. Rendering resolution, please put that on low. This will, in addition to what we have already mentioned, lower the change of experience in any crashes, so this could limit your crash rate to completely zero. This could solve everything that you have. Of course, they are working hard to find a way to resolve this. Please follow these steps in the meantime. They can help you out as much as you can. So please, whatever you do, it is vitally important, vitally essential that you follow these steps to make sure your Infinite Flight app does not crash at all whilst you are using it. If none of these steps are working for you, please reach out to me on Instagram, Discord, Twitter, anywhere you want. Make sure you contact me and I will do everything I can to help you out with that. If you do have any other issues with your Infinite Flight app, please contact me, because I do have quite a few stuff written down. I have so many notes written down on this stuff that will be able to help you all. This will also reduce a bit of pressure off the developers, but if there is any issues that I cannot help you solve with my basic knowledge, please don't be afraid to ask developers. They are very nice. They are very busy though, so do not expect a response within 10 minutes. It can take up to a day for a response. Please do not worry about that. They will respond as long as it's a result of a smart, sensible question. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's YouTube video. I'm really enjoying the daily videos. It's alright. If, like I said earlier, if we can hit 1800 subs by February the 17th, April the 17th, I did not mean February there, please don't, I meant April. Anyways, if we can get 1800 subs, April the Friday the 17th, I'll continue daily videos, because I'm loving it. It's so much fun. Also time lapses, let me know if you guys are liking the time lapses, because if you are, I will for 100% do so many more time lapses, because they're fun to make and everything, and I love making them. Right now I've got a time lapse in the making. Well, spoiler alert, it's Emirates, everyone's favourite airline apparently. Also news on the 777 coming out soon. I hope you guys are enjoying the current update videos. I've been in contact with a few people about not potential collaborations but flights together and that I can help record. Please also do remember, a common mistake made with the clouds is that they are 2D not 3D. Just making sure that's all in your minds. Anything else new on clouds, just trying to think. Clouds, there's not much new on them. It's quite straightforward, straight line. Watch my clouds videos. I'll leave, well, you can get them on the playlists that I will link in the description. I'll link the 777 update playlist and the clouds update playlist. There is so much information in there. Other than that, thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Xentorogaming here, and I will see you all in tomorrow's daily episode. Thank you. Are you after some new clothes or something to keep you warm? Well, I know just the place to go. Head over to the Xentorogaming merch store where you can buy anything, going from hoodies to t-shirts to even phone cases now. go check out what's there. Thank you.